I'm not human! I'm not human!
Oh, ew, I don't like that. Taylor Swift is a Rake and Ariana Grande is a Tesla bot. I will not elaborate. Welcome to the channel. Today, we are talking about a creature simply known as the Rake. No, I do not mean the piece of lawn care equipment that you can pick up at Lowe's. The Rake is described as an unusually tall, pale, and hairless humanoid creature with no nose or mouth. It kind of reminds me of, what's it called, The Silence from Doctor Who, you know, those aliens that like give you amnesia? It's kind of giving me that vibe. Talk of this creature began in 2005 as a collaborative project on 4chan. Then went on to circulate the internet as a fictional horror character in several creepypastas, and that's all the Rake really was at the time, a story. Until 2010. That's when things took a turn. November 30th, 2010, an image hit the internet that caused a lot of controversy. The image you're seeing was posted on the Wild Games Innovation website by a deer hunter in Berwick, Louisiana. According to the hunter, he was sitting in the pitch black and then he heard the creature appear. He snapped a photo and ran away quickly in fear, locking himself in his car and apparently also breaking his camera in the process. Magically, he was able to recover his memory card undamaged, because why wouldn't he? He then claimed this was an image of the creature that he had encountered that night. This naturally gathered a lot of attention, even from some major news outlets. It turns out it was a publicity stunt for a video game called Resistance 3, which, as much of a letdown as it is, you gotta admit, that's pretty good. So as quickly as the creature gained popularity, it almost immediately went right back to being just a creation from a creepypasta. Until 2021, when things got a little weirder. What you're about to hear is a confirmed 911 call to the Pender County Police Department on July 31st, 2021. Let's take a listen together.
Pender County 911, what's the address of your emergency?
I'm driving on 210. I just crossed the Black River, and I thought I saw a guy standing on the side of the road bleeding.
Okay, where are you at, sir?
I'm on 210. I just crossed the Black River. I'm heading towards 53 East. I just passed Patriots Lunch.
Okay, so you're over near Morse Creek?
Yes.
Okay. And did you saw a man standing on the side of the road?
What the?
What was that, sir?
That's not human! That's not human!
Sir, are you okay, sir?
There's something in the bed of my truck!
Okay, what's in the road?
No, it's not in the road. It's in my truck. In the bed.
There's something in the bed of your truck?
Yes, ma'am. I just turned on my bed lights for my truck, and there's something in my bed.
Okay, sir, when you say something, what do you mean?
I just knocked it off of the bed of my truck and went over my roof.
Okay, what was it?
The man was interviewed later on about this.
Okay, so that was actually pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Mostly because it's a confirmed 911 call. That doesn't mean it's real. I'm just gonna tell you now, I'm a natural skeptic of pretty much everything, although in the late great X-Files, I would like to believe. Him screaming, "It's not human," is kind of chilling. My only real gripe here is the lack of like surrounding noise when he's like, "Oh, I just cranked the hog in this shit, slammed the brakes, flipped it off, and now I'm zooming out of there." Like, you don't hear anything. Granted, modern technology, there's a lot of sound dampening and stuff, but that's my only big bugaboo on this one so far. It's interesting. Give me your thoughts on what you think about this call in the comments below, please. I like to imagine that whenever he first looked back, that this thing is just like dead sprinting after him. Like, imagine looking in your rear view and you see a Rake just like running like Tom Cruise does in like the Mission Impossible franchise, and you're like, oh fuck, oh fuck. But on a serious note, like if something dove into your bed like that, I'd be shitting myself. To add to all of this, the caller did agree to do an interview as long as he did not show his face or anything. I guess he didn't want any like public scrutiny or to be called like a crackhead or something. I'm gonna play you the highlights of it because it's pretty long and I don't really feel like sitting here and making you go through this whole thing.
I'm about to interview the young man that was driving the truck the night of the frantic 911 call. T, finally I get a chance to meet you. I gotta tell you, I heard the 911 call a couple of months ago, actually. And it's been a little bit of a challenge to get the sheriff's schedule, my schedule, and finally now we've got your schedule all worked out so that we can talk to you and get you to tell your story. Obviously, we're not going to share your name or your face. Totally understand that. But after talking with you, clearly your voice is the voice that's on that 911 call. So, if you would, just start wherever you want to. We want to hear the whole story.
So,
take as much time as you need.
I guess I'll start from the beginning of the trip. I was coming up from Florida.
Red flag.
To visit
Florida's,
my family.
You're definitely on drugs.
At the time, I was going to a trade school down there, and when I was driving up here to where the incident occurred by the battlefield, it was already easily like well into the morning. I wasn't looking at my phone. I just know it was pitch black outside, and it was pitch black. I couldn't see the moon, stars, nothing, just barely the road through my headlights. And I had my window down because the AC wasn't working the best. And as I was coming around, there's a massive right curve right there before you cross the Black River, and then after that, you have the battlefield. So on that massive black curve, as I'm coming around, I had just started the curve, and I was about a third of the way through it, and I look over into the ditch on my right, because I caught a quick glimpse of something, and as I take a further look, it looks like there's I'd say probably a 30-something-year-old man standing in that ditch wearing
Was it
what
me?
looks like an old Civil War uniform, just
Oh,
covered head to toe in blood. And the uniform was torn as well. That threw me off because I didn't expect to see it at like 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Well, I'm calling 911 after I see him to report that, because for all I know, it could have just been a normal guy that was injured and needed emergency help. It looked like what had happened is he hit his head on something,
Okay.
and the blood was just pooling down over his face and torso.
Okay.
And well, as I was calling, everything seemed perfectly normal. Just quick phone call to 911, let them know, hey, there's a guy out here, and try to find somewhere safe to park so that way I can take them to him. Well, as you know from the 911 call, right as soon as I reported that, I already had my window up at that point. All of a sudden, I heard a massive bang on my truck, and my truck bounced down from the rear, like I was pulling a heavy trailer and I hit a pothole. And so I'm sitting there going, what the hell was that? Which I'm pretty sure you heard me yell, what the hell? I turned on my bed light, and I looked in my rearview mirror, and all I saw was this white, like snow white face right up against my rear windshield, like it was looking into my truck trying to see what it could see. It had shallow sunken eyes. It had no nose. Just think if you took skin and put it on a human skull and stretched it thin.
It's just Taylor Swift.
Couldn't see any ears, just that. And immediately I just started screaming. I didn't realize until afterwards that I had said that's not human on the call, because it was just the first thing I started screaming, because I was terrified. I didn't have my firearm with me, nothing.
Rookie
all
move.
I had was a wood splitting axe. So that's all I had.
Stay strapped,
So-
kids.
And my truck is loud as is, and it picks up speed fairly easily. Well, my truck at the time.
He's giving fucking Rutter's gas
It had a
station
gas-powered
vibe.
6-liter V8 Vortec on it.
Yep,
It was
there
a
it
proper
is.
dual exhaust, hence why I had the window up, because that truck is nice and loud.
He went from like, it was the scariest day of my life to I got a 6-liter Vortec and it, my God, is that fucking thing fast. His autism is showing hard. All right, I'm gonna wait till the end. Let's proceed.
Loud.
Okay.
It's nice and loud.
Well, I'm doing in between like 55, 60 miles an hour when this happens, and I just stomped on the gas for a second.
Fucking
when I
crank
looked at
the
the
hog,
speedometer
brother.
before I slammed on my brakes, I was doing maybe 80. And I slammed on those brakes with all my might, and I went from like 80 miles an hour down to like 35 in just like a couple of seconds. And all I see is just a super scrawny long body just fly over my truck in a ball rolling. And as I then swerve to the left and get back in the travel lane, and I floor it. And as I'm swerving to the left, I see it stand up, and it is easily taller than that truck.
No way.
I'm 5'10". The truck is about 2 inches taller than I am.
No, he's got a bick in his hand. He is Rudder's trash.
Maybe 7 feet. And as I'm past it, I look
Keeps
in my
that
mirror
shit
and I see it bolt to the left into the woods, and it looked like some, I don't even know what the hell, because it looked like somebody took a normal human and stretched them out, starting with the limbs. It, like, abnormally long legs and arms, and it just took
could be
off
MGK.
into the woods. And
We have not ruled that out. What's he doing nowadays?
I just said, nope, I'm out of here. I'm not staying to figure out what this is. And there's a gas station all the way at the corner where the highway intersects. And I pulled into that gas station. I was doing like 90 all the way to that gas station because that was the only place with any light that I saw.
Right.
And I just stopped in that parking lot and waited like 10, 15 minutes for state troopers to show up. Well, next thing I know, the state troopers show up at the gas station, and I'm just staring back at that road to make sure that it's not coming back.
Right.
So I tell them what happened. They proceed to look at my truck, look in the bed of the truck, look on top of the cab, and on top of the cab, clear as day, you can see like it was scratching trying to get into my truck.
Really?
Or when it initially hit, another way to look at it is when it hit the back of the truck and landed in the bed, like it had latched onto the hood for a second and scraped trying to balance itself. And you could see that clear as day. I mean, there was a couple of scratches from like squirrels and tree branches, but those
All right, you get the
those
gist.
stuck out because it looked like it had landed like
So,
this.
my biggest thing with this interview is he really leans into saying that the roof of his truck is all scratched up. The roof of his 6-liter Duramax that goes 0 to 60 faster than a pig twisting tits. Anyway, he's going on about the scratches on his roof and that they're so clear as day. Cops saw it, everyone's seen it, they're so clear. There's not a single image of that anywhere. Like, just why? I want to believe, and I really, really enjoy the phone call itself, but I am not enjoying the fact that he is going on like any physical evidence. If it's that clear as day, why is there not even like a shitty phone picture of it? You know what I mean? Moving on. Since the release of this interview and that phone call, social media has been absolutely flooded with like real life rake encounters. With the evolution of AI and the accessibility of it, it is very hard to differentiate on what's real and what's not. So I would like to look over a couple of these together. The one I'm about to show you allegedly passed an AI deepware check that is over 85% accurate, and it claims this cannot be AI. I'm gonna show it and you tell me what you think in the comments. Okay, it says Rake cryptid or pale crawler cryptid. The Appalachian Mountains. Don't come at me for saying Appalachian. I live in the Appalachian area. I don't say Appalachia. I don't know what's wrong with me. That just doesn't look comfortable. And I'm sorry, I know that I just said that it passed an AI check. I don't believe that. That does not really look convincing at all. That looked like me sneaking out for a snack at 3 a.m. And I know, so my thing also is, it passed the AI check. It has an 85% accuracy, which might sound pretty convincing for you, but I play Pokemon, and if anyone out there plays Pokemon, you know that Fire Blast has like 85% accuracy, something like that. It never hits. So that is not a great number for me. And even that, like, I just can't get into that one. I don't know. I like the concept, but it made my lower back hurt. I don't believe it. On to the next one. Let's see here. Writing I cannot read. We're in an open field. We got something, I think, standing. Oh, ew, I don't like that. No, no, I didn't like that. Actually, you know what? No, I like that. I don't think it's real. I just like the concept of that footage. If this was a smash or pass, if this was a smash or pass, I would smash that clip because that was a good little jump scare. You know, we do have a subject matter expert here. Suzanne, you're possessed by demons. Do you think the rake is real? All right, on to the next one. Okay, we got a deer and we got Voldemort. Oh, Jesus Christ, galloping fucking Voldemort. Ew, I didn't like that one. Like, I liked it, but that gave me the chilly willies. Anything like Scuttles, don't like it. So far, nothing I have seen has been compelling to make me think that there is a creature. It doesn't help that everything's like under 10 seconds and very wishy-washy. And let's check out this guy. That just looks like a weird lemur or something. There's the footage. Ew. Okay, no, I don't like that one. That one does not get a smash. I'm sorry. That was really quick. There was not really any detail. It's like this far from your face and then it's gone and the video ends. I don't buy it. I don't like it. Okay, so clearly nothing we have seen tonight has been definitive evidence of anything. I would say the video evidence has been the least compelling thing I've seen. The phone call does merit discussion though. I would like you guys to have an open discussion in the comments. Let's talk about what do you think about this call and what do you think about the lack of physical presentation of evidence? Do you believe the guy? Theory number one, dude's tripping balls probably. I don't know, I'm not trying to stereotype. I'm just saying, truck go burr, came back from Florida, whatever. Opinion number two is going kind of a little in the same direction of a hopeful believer. Here you see the modernized Wendigo. You're like, where's this going, right? Okay, well, let's change it to the classic Wendigo of folklore. Notice it pretty much looks identical to what people are calling a rake now, okay? And one of their big things also is they could like change shapes and yada yada. Same with a skinwalker. They're all kind of generically described as like pasty, white, dead eyeballs, but the other two are known to shapeshift. Again, this is implying they're real. If cryptids were real, I think that's more so what you'd be looking at. Option number three, Taylor Swift is a fucking rake. The Rake was designed in 2005, right? 3 months later, her first album comes out. A little fucking strange, don't you think? Also, explain this picture. Taylor Swift is a rake and Ariana Grande is a goddamn Tesla bot. I will not elaborate. See you next time.